our structure. We need to model our structure. Then what we will do? We will apply loads as per Indian standards. As per Indian standards. Then analysis and then design. Write it down. This is the task. This is the task. Okay. Now, I think we have covered a bit theoretical part. Now let's move to the software and see how does it look. Okay. Right. So when you double click on eTabs, you see this window in front of you. Correct. So I'm going to start a new model. Okay. So I'm going to start a new model. This is model initiation window. Wherever you find that you are not able to understand now, please ask. If you have any problem with anything, you just ask. Okay. So now I have started the eTabs software. Now we know what this eTabs is going to do. eTabs is going to design and analyze the structure. So after double clicking on the eTabs, I started a new model. I just started a new model. So it is asking me use saved user default settings. I don't know what are the user default settings right now in this software. So I will choose the setting. There are options. So what is the option for our Indian standard? Metric SI. We use metric SI unit. Okay. It is asking Steve section database. Means which code you need to follow. Which code you need to follow. Every country has their own code, own design standards. So we are going for Indian. See, IS 800. Steel, I want to design my steel as per IS 800. We saw in that our presentation too. Correct. And concrete, I want to design IS 456. I want to design my concrete as per my Indian standards 456. Okay, the settings are done. Okay. So let's take a deep breath and now focus. Now our task for I guess up to 12 o'clock, I will just tell you what this every tab, what this every button is going to do, how this is going to help us. Okay, up to 12 o'clock, I guess I will be telling you this only, that what is the use of all these buttons available on our screen. Correct? Available on our screen. So now first thing, if you are writing it down, you can write it. The first thing we are going to do, is we are going to tell our software that how our structure look. How our structure look means how our frame structure is going to be. Correct. So I am drawing one thing and see from here we are going to start it. So I need a grid lines. I need grid lines. What are grid lines? Grid lines are the lines. Grid lines are the lines which we are used for the construction, which we use for the designing or modeling. I'll switch to the. You just see the window. I'll switch the window to the that PowerPoint again, and I'll explain all these things to you first. Okay. So okay. So what the software is showing. This is the software window. Upper part is the tabs. Okay. Whatever here it is, these are the shortcuts. Okay. These are the shortcut keys. Below that, everything, all the tabs, all the buttons over here are viewing options. Okay, viewing options. Now, the window which we are seeing up front, this is the window. What it is asking us? It is asking us that, okay, we have a plan, we have a building. Imagine it is a three-storied building. Okay, I'm starting from a basic one. This is a three-storied building. What would be the elevation of a three-storied building? Sir, if this is the ground, this is the ground, this would be the ground floor, this first floor, this is second floor, and the third floor. Correct? So this is G plus 3. Correct? G plus 3. This is ground floor, first floor, second floor, and third floor. Now, what is this? This is foundation. Or in our software, what we will do use this as, this is the support. This is the support. Okay. So our building is going to look like this. The elevation of our building would be like this. And what are these components? These components are columns, the vertical ones, and the horizontal ones are beams. So this is elevation. This is elevation of the building which we are going to make in ETABS. Okay. Now, one more thing we will require, that is the plan. So right now I am taking the simplest thing just to show you how these buttons are used. Then we will go for a practical plan. Okay. So this is the plan. This plan is 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter. Okay. So every distance is 3 meter. These, what is the height of the floor? Height of every floor is, in India, standard height is 3 meter until unless we are not going for an industrial or any purpose building. Okay, for residential and the general buildings, the height is 3 meters. Okay, so we are taking all the parameters as 3 meter right now. This is the elevation. These are the vertical things. So what becomes the height of the building? What is the height of this building? This is the ground floor. The height of the building starts from here, correct? 3, 6, 9. 9 meter is the height of the building. This building we are going to make in ETABS. This building we are going to make in ETABS, whose elevation is this and whose plan is this. Correct? Plan is showing us the beams and elevation is showing us the columns and beams both. Okay, so now what this window is asking us, that do you want to make some grid lines? Grid lines are nothing but the reference lines. Do you want to make some grid lines or the reference lines? Okay, so if I make this reference line and somebody asks me to draw beams and columns, it would be a lot easier. It would be a lot easier. So the software is asking us that draw some reference lines. Tell us what are the reference lines for your project. In this, these are what? These are plan. Okay. In plan, what are the axes we see? For example, we are working in 3D. This is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Okay. So what axis is visible or what plane is visible in this? XZ plane. Okay, this is XZ plane. We are seeing it from top. So this is the plane which is visible. What is this known as? This is known as plan. Okay. And what elevation is? Elevation, okay, I'm going to make elevation. So what it is asking? It is asking reference line for elevation also, right? Reference line for elevation also. What this axis is? This plane is, see, this is X, Z. So this plane becomes, either, I would say, XY or maybe ZY if we are seeing from the side, right? Correct. This is elevation. This is elevation. Correct. So these are the reference lines. These are the reference lines in which coordinate? Y coordinate. Elevation, the reference lines in Y coordinate. plan, the reference line would be in X and Z coordinate. Okay. So this window in eTabs is asking us that please input some grid lines so that it will be easier for you to draw the beams and columns for the structure. Correct? So now, is the software visible?
No, sir.
Software is not visible.
It is not visible now, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine now.
So we are going to use the new model. Okay. So new model. Now this is asking us the grid lines. The grid lines means the reference lines. So right now the plan what we have chosen is all the grid lines are at uniform distance, right? Number of grid lines, spacing of grid lines. Okay, spacing of grid lines in X, right? X direction I am saying it is 3 and same is this. Okay. So this is the point where we know that all the reference lines are equal, which is not actually feasible in practical building, which is not actually feasible in practical building. So let's custom the grid line. Let's go and see what is custom the grid line. Okay. Now, actually, I am showing this to you because this is more descriptive. See, these are the grid lines. Okay. So this is what this we saw was Z direction because we are seeing the plan. We are seeing the plan. Correct. So we need to make the grid line, right? Right now, what it is showing the grid lines are at 3 meters apart. This is what we need. This is what we need actually right now. If we will need to change it, we can change it over here. That we will do in our second half. That we will do in our second half. So I am setting it to OK. Okay. The number of stories is 3 and bottom story height. What is bottom story height? Bottom story height, I am making it 3 right now and then I'll show you. Okay, we can also custom the story data, but we are doing the simple data right now. So we are going for grid only. Okay, so these are the grids. These are the grids. This is our plan. What I was drawing over there. This is our plan. Let me show you the elevation. This is our elevation. Okay. Okay. This is our elevation. So these grid lines are for columns and these grid lines are for beams. Again, go for the plan. Okay. Okay. So this is our grid line. On this window, we can see a 3D form of grid lines, but there nothing else is there. These grid lines are just the reference lines. These grid lines are just the reference lines. Now we need to model our structure. If you guys are writing it down, I'm telling you a few steps. Please write it down. Step one. Modeling the structure. Step 1, modeling the structure. In this, A is creating grid lines. B is drawing components of structure, that is beam, column, correct, or slab. Okay. C is assigning support. what are the supports we will discuss. Okay. Now this was the first part, that is modeling. The second part is going to be defining the material, in brackets, columns, beams or slabs, defining the material. Okay. The third step would be assigning the material. Means what material we have defined, we need to tell the software that this is for beam, this is for column, this is for slab, okay, the cross section and material. So after defining, we need to assign them, okay. After assigning, we could just go to analyze before seeing some parameters. So now we are going to model our structure. See, so the first part is modeling of structure. Now I have the grid line. So now what we have to draw is beams and columns. Right now I'll go from the starting very basic approach. Okay. So seeing from here, this is the tabular line. Which is giving us the options. In file, it is telling us how to open, close, and save. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. Then edit is saying how to edit your model. Okay, right now what we need to do is we need to draw. First we will draw a building, then we will understand all these buttons and tabs, how they are going to use us. Okay, so we need to draw a building. To draw a building, there are two ways. In ETABS to draw a building. First is you first draw a beam and then you will need to assign the property. But what I am going to do, let's just go to define the properties first. Okay, then I'll tell you what are the benefits. Okay, so after starting ETABS, we go to define. We need to define the material. Okay, so in defining material, you get two options. First is you can add new material as per your choice. But what I would suggest you to use these materials and modify them. This FY material signifies the steel. Okay, the reinforcement of our structure. So see, all the parameters are done. All the parameters are pre-feeded. What we need to do is we need to tell that this is the steel material. Okay. Elasticity from the basic point of view, don't need to change anything until and unless you know the value from your theoretical approach. Okay. So I'm going to modify and I'm going to say the minimum yield stress is not this. My minimum yield stress of the steel would be 415. So right now I'm changing it to 415. Okay. This also. I'm going to use FE415 for my reinforcement. Okay. Okay. Done. So this is my material, steel, and this is my concrete. I'm going to modify my concrete. Okay. I'll write M25. Okay. I'm going to use the grade M25. All the properties need not to be changed, but we need to change the compressive strength. So I'm going to make it 25 because we are going to take the concrete of M25. Okay. So this, I have just defined materials. What materials? The materials which I am going to use for my building. Correct. This is the first part. So I have chosen my materials. I have defined them. Define and go to materials. I have defined them. M25 and steel. Okay. Now I need to tell that what are the section properties. See, it is asking frame section. What do we mean by frame? Frame is an arrangement of column and beam. Correct. So as soon as I click on frame properties, it will show me these options. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to for concrete column and concrete beam. Correct. So for the first point, I'll go for concrete beam and I'll modify it. Okay. I'll name this concrete beam as per its size, and I am using the size 9 inches by 1 feet. Okay. So what is the depth? Depth should always be the higher one, 1 feet. We can enter this. Okay. And 9 inches. Okay. So this is our cross section of beam. This is our cross section of beam. We need to see what the reinforcement is going to do. So it is going to design. Now everything is okay. The grade, this is what grade of steel we modified. Rebar material it is asking. Okay. So this is the parameters for beam. We have added a beam. Okay. So modify a column. The same parameter I'm going to take right now. Okay. Double dash is for inch. Right. So now the depth becomes 9 feet. Okay. Now let us see. Yes, it is designing as per column. Reinforcement need to be designed. This is always remember this. Reinforcement need to be designed. We are going to design the reinforcement. We are not going to check it right now. Okay. So we can tell what is the property rectangular, circular, but we are going to use the rectangular column. Okay. So I have defined column and I have defined beam. I have defined column and I have defined beam. Now I need to draw them. So what it is saying, draw beam column object. Okay. See, these are the options which we go to draw and then we draw the beam column. Okay. How to draw beam column? See, I am going for draw beam. Right now I am on plan, so only beams are visible. Only beams are visible. So now, see, these are the properties of the object which you are going to draw. So I need this property, what? I need this property to be, okay. So now first click on the first point and press it to the next and next click. Okay. So this is the method how to draw columns and beams. This is what I am doing. I am drawing beams, right? I am drawing beams. So this is the method to draw beams. Go to draw beam. Okay. Now let us see a shortcut. These are the shortcut panel. This is the shortcut panel and this is the shortcut. Quick draw. There are two options. First is draw and another is quick draw. Let us see what does we drew these beams with draw. Okay, what draw was doing? First click on first point, click on second point, and your beam is done. Press escape to come out. Now let us check what is this quick draw. In this quick draw, we can just make the complete line as per the grid lines. Here the use of grid lines becomes the crucial. See, we have made the grid lines, so we can just click on the beam and we can make it. So this is the quick draw. So I am going to make all the beams right now. Okay. Okay. All the beams are there. All the beams are there. On which floor? See, this window is telling us everything. Okay, you are new one for it. It is okay. We'll spend some time and you will be familiar with this window too. Okay. So this window, see, we are on this window and this is showing, this is plan view of story 4, means fourth story. Roof. Okay. So we drew some beams. So beams are here, over here on the fourth story, right? So now the question comes, do we need to draw beams on every floor one by one? No. Okay, these are the arrows to go up and down. Okay, now I am going to the third floor. Beams are not there. Beams are not there. Okay, so this is a problem. This is a problem. I'll select these beams and I'll delete them because I need beams on every floor. I need beams on every floor, not on just one floor. So what I should do? I should go for this. Okay, this is one story. I was building this structure on one story. Now let's select all stories and see what happens. We can go for quick draw because we have already drawn the beams. Okay, let's see. Beams are now being made at all the floors together. I'll make one structure and then I'll explain everything. What are the different possibilities? How to draw this? How to draw this by your own. Okay. So these are the beams. These are the beams we drew. Okay. All the beams are made. All the beams are made. We can press escape. Now, if we want to draw, we want to check what is the property. We can just go to right click. See, right click. Okay. So the section property is not what we needed. We needed this one. Okay. Okay. So we can just go and select them and change the property to our standard one. Okay. If we would have selected earlier, we will not require to change it. Okay. We can again make this. There is no issue. All stories, and we'll go to quick draw. See. Go to this. So this is the importance of selecting the parameters from the beginning. That's what I was saying at the beginning, that we are defining material before, because after we draw, we will not need to change it. So we have predefined the material, then we are drawing the beam with quick draw, or we can also draw with using the simple draw option. We have drawn on all the floors. Now to draw the column, what we need to see? We need to see the plan. We need to see the plan view. Okay. We need to see the elevation view. Elevation I am seeing from A. Okay. So these are the columns. These are the columns. Correct. These are the columns we need to draw, but we need to draw them at once. I don't want to draw the columns again and again for different floors. So I'll go to plan. I'll go to fourth floor, and now I need to draw columns. Go to draw beam and column. We need to draw quick draw column. Okay, quick draw column. This option is also on the shortcut panel. This is quick draw column. I am clicking on this, and then what I need to do? I need to select my column property. Okay, so this is my column, right? I'm going to place it on every corner, and you can see the columns are made up to the foundation on one click. This is the advantage of this software over StatPro. The modeling and modifications are easier. Okay. So now what I have done, I have modeled my frame. These are what these are. These are columns and beams. These are columns and beams. Correct. So now let's just spend some time with our software and see what these tabs and what these buttons are for. Okay, then we'll go again. Then we'll again enter to this concept and doing how we are going to achieve this design and analysis. First, let's become a bit familiar with our platform. Okay. So this is the building. This we need to model. We drew on our PowerPoint that we need to make a framed structure, means a multi-story framed structure. Framed structure means there is a combination of column and beam. The load will be transferred from beam to column, and the column will transfer it to foundation, and foundation will share it with the soil strata or transfer it to the soil strata. Correct. So now what we need to see this platform. Okay, I'm going to start from the first tab, file. Okay, file. First option is new model. We need to create a new model. Open. We need to open our previous model. Okay, we need to close it. No, don't need to close it. Okay, So the one more important thing, one practical approach to this software, whenever you are using this software, please remind yourself to save it, because this, uh, unlike StatPro, this doesn't remind you to save your project again and again. So you need to be reminding it yourself, and you need to save it on the time. Okay, so I'm going to save my model. And okay, fine. Just save my model. Okay, I saved my model. Correct. So now, then there is an option of import and export. Okay, we can import files from AutoCAD. We can import files from Revit. And in the second half, when we'll model a building and we'll complete and apply the load, we'll import a building from AutoCAD and then we'll do a work. I'll show you an example. Okay. So these are the import and export options from different software to this software, or creating a file from this software to be used in different software, right? Okay. So these are the different print graphics and the output options. Project information. In project information, you need to input that what is the client name, what is the company you are working for, and what is the post, and what are the dates on which you are starting your project or completing your project, right? So these are the information you can provide to your project. Okay. Now, editing options are there. Editing options are there. First option, edit, add, add to model for template. This is an option we'll discuss in the later part. Okay. So right now the most important part is edit stories. Edit stories. We need to edit the stories. Okay. We need to use these stories for different things, or we need to edit them. How we are going to use them. Okay. There are 4 stories. Story 1, 2, 3, 4, and base. Okay. Base is the foundation. Base is the foundation. Now I need to modify them. I need to modify my stories. I hope you are getting stories. These are the different floors. We are talking about multi-story structure. So these are the different floors. Okay. So the base is at 0. Now, see, there are 2 terms in NETAP. One is master story and another is similar to. Okay. I am going to make story 1 my master story. Okay. And this is master story. Okay. And I need my story 2 and story 3 to follow what is on story 1. Okay. So I'm saying it needs to be similar to story 1. This needs to be similar to story 1, and story 4 is different. Why I'm keeping it different? Because story 4 is roof. Story 4 is roof. These are the floors where we are going to live, or we are going to use the structure. Okay. This is the roof. So I'm making it a different story. I'll make first floor, and then we'll say that remaining all the properties are same on 2 and 3rd. Okay, I can edit these properties on our panel. I can edit these properties over here. So after editing these, what benefit I get? I get 3 options over here. First is one story. If I need to draw anything on a particular story, I will draw with this. If I want to draw all the 4 stories together, like I wanted to draw beams, I use this all stories. Now, for example, I need to draw some specific things on my similar or the basic stories, but not on the roof. So I'll go to similar stories and I'll draw things on the story 1. I'll draw things on the story 1, and it will be reflected on all the stories, right? It will be reflected on all the stories. If I delete this, okay, in the next model, I'll tell you how this similar stories is going to work. Okay, but there is nothing special as we have edited another story. So the similar story means I'll be drawing everything on the story 1, and story 2 and story 3 will replicate it as accepting this story as a master story. Okay. So this is the editing option for the stories, or the elevation view. Now, editing options. We can add grid line or add selected joints. We can add or delete grid lines. The grid lines are the reference lines which we made on our first point. Okay, we can replicate the members, we can edit the members. Members are beams and columns. Okay, so these are the options of editing. A viewing option like set 3D view, this is the 3D view, this is the plan view, and elevation view. You can see this is the elevation view where the columns are visible, where the columns and beams are visible. Okay, so these are the viewing options. We define material, we define section properties, and the further things we will be doing in as per we will proceed on our structure. Okay, so this tab is to how to use file. This tab is to edit model. This is to view your model. Okay, for viewing your model, the shortcuts are given over here. The shortcuts are 3D view. Okay, if I click on 3D, this will show me the 3D view. But 3D view is already on the another window. So I'll go to plan. Plan of which floor? Whatever I choose. Okay, whatever I choose. This tells us the elevation view. Okay, tells us the elevation. I'm going to the plan again. Okay, so these are the viewing options. This is for down floor and upper floor, going for the floors, and these tabs will be used for displaying the different frame loads and the forces which will come after the analysis. Okay, so this is the modeling of structure. This is the modeling of structure. Correct. So any student, if you have any doubt, you can ask, or if you think it's been very fast, you can once again ask me to draw some part or explain some part again. Or if you find yourself comfortable in modeling, then maybe we could go further. But if you need any help or discussion before it, let me know.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am Mohit Tiwari, BTech second year student.
Okay.
Can I ask in Hindi?
हाँ बिल्कुल, क्यों नहीं?
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन
मैंने
ये था,
क्लास, हाँ बोलो।
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि हम ईटैप से यूज ही क्यों करते हैं सर? हमारे पास अगर पहले से ही बेंटली का सॉफ्टवेयर है ना स्टैट प्रो, सेम प्रोसेस हम उसमें भी फॉलो करते हैं
जी।
सर, सेम
आप
क्राइटेरिया उसका भी
आप
यही है?
आपने स्टैट प्रो सॉफ्टवेयर यूज किया है?
यस सर।
अच्छा, तो जब आप स्टैट प्रो पूरी तरह यूज करते हो तो स्टैट प्रो और ईटैप्स में डिफरेंस क्या है कि स्टैट प्रो इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर व्हिच इज यूज्ड फॉर ऑल द टाइप्स ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? वी कैन
Yes.
मेक dams, we can make bridges, we can make circular tanks, water tanks, we can make n number of structures in stat pro. Okay, so the options or the editing options are more, correct? But
Yes, sir.
what is ETABS? ETABS is a concentric software for high-rise structures. Okay, the structures, the most important or the most famous structures like Burj Khalifa and many more are made on this ETABS platform. Why? Because this is more precise for multi-story frame structure, right? First thing, this gives more precise results. Second thing, that modeling and designing on this platform is a bit easier as compared to StatPro because it is a software which could be used for n number of things, so the constraints are less. Correct? You can edit more options, more things, and you need to learn it. I think StatPro is a bit complicated one.
Yes, sir.
While talking on the high-rise structure, and if this software is giving a precise result for high-rise structure, why won't we use it? Right?
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
वेलकम। अच्छा, और कोई मॉडलिंग के लिए अगर कोई ऐसा हो जिसको मॉडलिंग के लिए कोई चीज़ डिस्कस करनी हो या कोई चीज़ पूछनी हो तो यू कैन गो थ्रू प्लीज, बिकॉज अगर मैं ऐसे स्पीकर की तरह बोलता रहूंगा तो उसका रिजल्ट कुछ नहीं निकलेगा।